Hi, I'm Laura Flanders of The Laura Flanders Show. Watch every week on Free Speech TV, Link TV, YouTube, or if you're in New York, CUNY TV. Prefer to listen? Subscribe to the free podcast at lauraflanders.org. I end every week with a commentary. I call it the F word. Here's this week's. Defund Police, invest in Black lives. What just weeks ago seemed like a slogan is fast becoming law. In just the last week, the Minneapolis School Board resolved to cut their contract with city police in the schools. The mayor of Los Angeles announced that his city was considering cutting his city's police budget by some $150 million. Now Minneapolis City Council has voted with a veto-proof majority to replace law enforcement with a, quote, transformative new model of public safety. Change is coming fast, and much of the media would have you believe it's as if by magic. But if it's magic, it's movement magic. Peek beneath the pull quotes, and you'll find work that's often felt long and slow. Take one example. This week, the Laura Flanders Show reports on Newark, New Jersey, one of the big U.S. cities that saw tremendous demonstrations against police racism in the wake of the murder of George Floyd. In 1967, Newark erupted into flames after the police beating of a black man in detention and the shooting death of a woman, Rebecca Brown, in her own home after troopers and National Guard opened fire. This time around, thousands turned out to protest in Newark, but no one was arrested and there was minimal property damage. Why? Well, it's a 50-year story, but we begin to tell it in this week's episode, and fast forward to now, and you'll see a city that's embracing a new approach to public safety, led by its leaders, funded by its council, and implemented by, with, and informed by the city's residents themselves. Change has been long in coming. Even before the rebellions of the 60s, people like Newark poet and activist Amiri Baraka were demanding a civilian police review board, but they were blocked by the force and the union that supported it. Numerous inquiries, reports, and black appointments to office later, it took the electing of Baraka's son Raz to get a board approved. Baraka also convened a community council and brought in Akila Sherrills, a peacemaker from Watts, to head up the Newark Community Street Team. Today, that street team doesn't just demand change from the police, it helps train them. And alongside the mayor's office, the Department of Health, and the Office of Public Safety, they look at violence as a public health issue, with roots in redlining, deindustrialization, environmental racism, austerity, misogyny, and centuries of black trauma and white impunity. When COVID-19 hit, Sherrills and his team were declared essential workers. Some 50 members strong, they were out with their neighbors, not just at the demonstrations, but all year. This is an inflection point, Sherrills told me this week. A long overdue paradigm shift is happening for sure. But paradigms take years of pushing. Extraordinary and all-important as these days are, don't let anyone tell you the work is done. To watch our special on the Newark Community Street Team, go to lauraflanders.org and think about becoming a supporter of the program at patreon.com. Thanks for listening.